The number one thing on every sales professional mind is how can they get more leads, which actually lead to more conversation and lead to more deals closed. In this episode, my guest Mike Moll is going to give you a strategy that he's using right now that's working and that we've adopted internally. And it's money. Hey everyone, welcome to another great episode of the Sales Evangelist podcast. I'm your host, Donald Kelly, the Sales Evangelist, and I'm so excited for another great episode. I'm so excited to be here with you today. And on this episode, I have the opportunity to speak with the one and only Mike Moll. Now, Mike runs an organization as a marketing firm, and essentially they teach people how to generate more leads. Like, some of the things that he's doing is just like crazy awesome. The company is named Market Me, and it's a consulting firm that's focused on helping, like I mentioned, entrepreneurs and business owners, and just like teams in general, generate more leads online. Some of the strategies that he's using are things that you can do as a sales rep. And this is why I decided to have Mike on the podcast for this episode. It's not like I need to be a part of the marketing department and do this. It's like, as a salesperson, get leads that are going to be good. You don't have to worry about like paid leads. And you could pass this episode on to your marketing department as well and get everyone a part of the process when it comes towards adopting towards like almost like an account-based selling strategy. Listen to what Mike shares during this episode. You stumbled on this idea of utilizing video outreaches. So let's clarify that. This is different than like me sending a video email, but talk about video outreaches, and then what platforms are you seeing those on? Or what are you using those on?
Yeah, absolutely. So my preferred platform is LinkedIn. So LinkedIn, once you're connected with the person, the deliverability rate of your messages is 100%. Because if you're sending them on Instagram, for example, and that person doesn't follow you, it goes to the the request section. And same thing with Facebook. And so LinkedIn, like once that connection exists, they don't have to follow you back. If you're connected, then you're right in there. Now, not every industry is on that. So, with my most recent venture, it's been a bit of a nightmare. I'm sending videos to the Facebook business page, which 40% aren't even looking at the page to see them, and then I'm actually following up with email and then some video embedded in the emails. So it's not my preferred method because the response rate plummets at that point. But LinkedIn is really amazing from it. The beautiful thing about LinkedIn is when you're in your messenger, if you hit the little plus icon at the bottom, it actually opens up a huge amount of options, and one of them is take a video. And so you can take a video right in the platform. The benefit to doing that is the alternatives are things like BombBomb and Loom, which are great. They're built into your Chrome browser and it's nice, but getting someone to actually click a link, and if they don't know you and they don't trust you, the odds of them clicking a link and not thinking that it's spam is not that great. So I love LinkedIn, the video, because it actually pops up and takes up the entire screen. Like your face is just right there on the entire screen in the message, and it's like, there's something about it that's impossible to ignore.
What are you doing? Walk me through your process, and what are you saying so you don't come across as this, we just connected, now you're trying to marry me type of a scenario.
Number one, smile, be friendly, not corny friendly. You want to really be you, because as you know about sales, that people buy from people. You could have the perfect product, the thing that actually will make someone's business go from 0 to 100. If they don't like you, they're not buying that thing anyway. So, to not force the issue, to not, hey, how's it, like, if that's not how you act, don't act like that. But put a smile on your face, be friendly. So I always start with a hello. Sounds really simple, but not everybody does it. So, hey, super quick introduction. It's Mike from company X. The one key thing here is you want to make this as little about you as humanly possible. What you're trying to do is to get them to know that you understand their pain point, right? You understand that if they're struggling with this problem that you offer a solution to, you know what people in their shoes experience. You know what this thing looks like for them. So what I typically do is I never say directly that you need this solution, but people like you need this solution. So I usually say, hey, we work with this we serve this type of customer. This is what we do for them. Generally, people who become our customers have this feeling that they're stuck on A, B, and C, and we actually help them get through by D, E, and F. And so what you're doing is you're not saying you're having this problem, you need this solution. You just say, hey, other VPs of this role that we work with typically have this feeling, or they're stuck on this, or this is a challenge for them inside their business. And what we actually do is we help them solve it. And so that way you're giving them the autonomy to opt in. Is that me? Am I struggling with this? It's not like you're struggling with this. Like they might have someone in-house or an existing company that's already doing it and it's going great. So it's not saying this is your problem. It's saying people we work with who share your role, who are in your industry, tend to struggle with this. We can help. So it's again giving them the autonomy to self-identify as I have this problem or I don't have this problem.
Big difference. Two questions I have to wrap up here. One, what's your follow-up strategy if you don't hear from them? And then two, give us some data. What are some of the results you're seeing? So start off with your follow-up strategy.
Yeah, so what I will typically do is plan one more video or just a follow-up like, hey, did you see this inside of LinkedIn? Typically, if they don't respond to the video or one message within that, I'll typically flip over to email. Just say, hey, I shot you over a video. Because there's something about a subject line being, did you see my video, ? They're like, what is that? Oh, I sent you a video over on LinkedIn. And oftentimes they're like, oh, I saw that, I just completely forgot. And they're more willing to have the conversation. So I usually do video, one text follow-up in platform, and then I switch to email, and I've got kind of a 3 to 5 email kind of rollout depending.
Love this, man. So everyone is like sitting on the edge of their seat. Now we told them that, this is like getting leads without doing the advertising side. What are some of the results you're seeing from this? How many leads do you expect? And so maybe give me a data like like if you're doing like a 50 outreach a week or whatnot, what percentage of those converting into new leads for you, and then results you're seeing from that?
Yeah, so it is going to vary depending on what exactly your service is and if it's like super competitive or not. But what I will say is my response rate to the video, if the people are actually active on LinkedIn, is typically 50 to 60%. They'll at least send a message back or say something.
Mike, folks listening to this podcast, they're like, it'd be cool to connect with this guy and get a chance to learn more about some of the stuff that he's doing. What's the best place for them to go to connect with you?
On Instagram, I'd say that's my favorite platform. So it's at the Mike Moll, MikeMoll. So yeah, just connect with me over there.
I'm telling you, Mike Moll came and delivered. He delivered some amazing insights today and things that I know that you can do right now. I mean, the video component side, I told you something that we're adopting internally and we're seeing benefits from it. When I send videos, the increase or the reply rate increases. It's like significant. So one of the strategies, connect with people, of course, engage with them, send them a video, introduce yourself, and you'll see for yourself the response there. Don't try to be overly pushy. Follow what Mike said. And it's just amazing. When you start having conversation, it leads to more opportunities. Think long-term and not just short-term. As always, I do this because I want you to thrive and succeed. I want you to find more ideal customers. I want you to know what to say when you reach out to them. I want you to close more deals. But most importantly, I want you to raise your level of thinking and go out and do big things. Thanks so much for watching.